I still remember the sound of his voice the first night he called me beautiful. It felt strange at my age, 58, a word I had not heard in years, maybe decades. Not from my late husband in his final years, not from anyone after I became invisible to the world. But that night, it felt real. His name was Daniel. He spoke softly, like he had all the time in the world just to listen to me breathe. We met at a small community gathering. Nothing special, just folding chairs, weak tea, and people pretending not to feel lonely. He sat beside me, and he noticed me. Not the way young men notice women, no. His eyes were slower, deeper, like he was reading something written long ago. "You look like someone who has lived a full life," he said. I laughed a little. "That is a polite way of saying old." He shook his head. "No. It is a way of saying strong." That stayed with me. You know, sometimes one sentence can open a door inside your heart, a door you thought was locked forever. After that, we started meeting often, morning walks, quiet coffees, long talks about things that only people our age understand. Loss, regret, children who no longer call, nights that feel too long. He told me he had been alone for years. So had I. It felt safe. Or maybe I just wanted it to feel safe. At this age, you do not fall in love the same way. There are no fireworks, no loud promises. It is quieter, slower. Like sitting beside a fire instead of dancing in a storm. And I needed that warmth. He would bring me small things, fresh bread, a book he thought I would like. Once he fixed my broken kitchen light without even asking. "Let me take care of this," he said. No one had said that to me in a very long time. I started waiting for him, waiting for his calls, his footsteps, the soft knock on my door. It is a dangerous thing, waiting, because slowly your happiness begins to depend on it. Maybe you have felt this too, that moment when someone becomes the center of your quiet world. One evening we sat on my porch. The sky was turning orange and the air smelled like rain. He looked at me for a long time. Then he said, "I think we found each other at the right time." My heart, it moved in a way I had forgotten. I did not answer right away. I was afraid that if I spoke, the moment would break. So I just nodded. That was the beginning, or at least that is what I believed. Weeks turned into months. He became part of my daily life. He knew how I liked my tea. He knew which songs made me quiet. He even remembered the date my husband passed away. He brought flowers that day. No one else did. I thought, maybe this is what a second chance looks like. Not loud, not perfect, but gentle. He started staying longer at my house. Sometimes he would fall asleep on the couch. I would cover him with a blanket and watch him breathe. There is something peaceful about watching someone sleep. It makes you believe they are honest. I trusted that peace. One night he held my hand. It was simple, just fingers touching, but it felt big. "I care about you," he said. 3 small words, but at 58 they carry weight. I looked at him and said, "I care about you too." And just like that, I let him in. Not just into my home, into my life, into the parts of me that I had kept hidden for years. He started bringing small changes. "You should sell some of these old things," he said once, pointing to my late husband's tools. "You do not need reminders of the past everywhere." It hurt a little, but I thought, maybe he is right. Maybe moving forward means letting go. So I agreed. Slowly, my home began to change. Old memories packed away. New space created. For him. For us. He talked about the future sometimes. Not clearly. Just little hints. "We should travel one day," he said. Or, "It would be nice to have a place by the sea." He never said, "We will." Always, "We should." But I filled in the blanks myself. That is what hope does. It writes stories where there are none. There were small things I ignored. Times when he would not answer his phone for hours. Days when he seemed distant, like his mind was somewhere else. Once I asked him, "Is everything okay?" He smiled. "Just tired. You worry too much." And I believed him. Because believing him was easier than asking more questions. At this age, you do not want drama. You want peace. So sometimes you silence your own doubts. Looking back now, that was my first mistake. But at that time, I thought I was protecting something beautiful. I did not know I was protecting a lie. There was a moment, small, quiet, that I still think about. I was cleaning the living room when his phone lit up on the table. I was not trying to look. I really was not. But the name on the screen, it stayed with me. Lisa. No last name, just Lisa. I asked him later, casually, "Who is Lisa?" He did not even hesitate. "My cousin." He smiled again, that same soft smile, and I nodded. But something inside me shifted. Just a little. Not enough to break, but enough to make a sound. A quiet crack. You know that feeling when something does not feel right, but you cannot explain why? I felt that, but I pushed it away because I was afraid of losing him, afraid of going back to that silence, that empty house, that long night with no one to talk to. So I chose comfort over truth, and that choice, it cost me more than I ever imagined. I wish I could tell you that I saw it coming, that I was strong enough to stop it, but the truth is, I was already too deep. And love, or what we think is love, can blind us in the softest ways. It does not shout, it whispers, and by the time you hear the truth, it is already too late. The night everything started to feel different. It was not loud. There was no argument, no broken glass, no harsh words, just silence. He was sitting across from me at the table, the same table where we had shared so many quiet meals. But that night, he barely looked at me. "Are you all right?" I asked. He nodded. "Just thinking." Thinking. That word began to appear more often, like a wall I could not see through. I tried to ignore it. I really did. But something had already changed. I could feel it in the way he held his cup, the way he avoided my eyes, the way his hand no longer reached for mine without reason. Love does not disappear all at once. It fades, slowly, like a light that no one bothers to turn back on. Days passed, and his visits became shorter, his calls less frequent, his voice less warm. I found myself staring at my phone again, waiting, That waiting feeling came back, stronger this time. One afternoon, I decided not to call him, just to see if he would notice. He did not. That hurt more than I expected. Maybe you have felt this too, when you stop reaching out just to see if someone will come looking for you, and they do not. That's silence. It speaks loudly. A few days later, he came over. He looked tired. Not the kind of tired you fix with sleep, something deeper. "I've been busy," he said before I could even ask. I nodded, even though I had not asked anything yet. We sat together, but it felt like we were in different rooms. Then his phone rang. He glanced at it quickly and stood up. "I will take this outside." Outside. That was new. Before, he would answer right in front of me, or not answer at all. But now, he stepped away. I sat there staring at the empty chair across from me, and for the first time, I did not feel safe. I felt alone. When he came back, I tried to keep my voice calm. "Was that your cousin?" He paused for a second, just a second. Then he smiled. "Yes." But this time, the smile did not reach his eyes, and something inside me tightened. That night after he left, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about small things, tiny details I had ignored before. The way he always turned his phone face down. The way he sometimes stepped outside to talk. The way he never stayed the night anymore. Little things. But together, they started to form a picture I did not want to see. The next morning, I woke up with a feeling I had not felt in years. Doubt. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet question sitting in my chest. I tried to push it away. I cleaned the house. I made tea. I even turned on the radio just to fill the silence. But the question stayed. So later that day, I did something I never thought I would do. I called him. He did not answer. I waited. Called again. Nothing. Hours passed. Evening came. Still nothing. That night, I sat on the same porch where he once told me we found each other at the right time. And I asked myself something I had been avoiding. What if I was wrong? It felt heavy, like the ground under me was not as steady as I thought. The next day, he finally called back. "I was busy," he said. His voice sounded normal, calm, like nothing had happened. "I called you 3 times, I replied. "I told you I was busy." There was a slight edge in his voice, something sharp. I stayed quiet for a moment. Then I asked softly, "Daniel, is everything okay between us?" There it was, the question I had been holding back. He sighed. "I do not know why you are making things complicated." Complicated. That word hit me hard. I was not asking for anything big, just honesty, just clarity. But suddenly, I felt like I was the problem. Maybe you have felt this too, when you ask a simple question and somehow it turns into your fault. "I am not trying to make things complicated," I said gently. "I just feel different lately." He did not respond right away. Then he said, "You are overthinking." Overthinking. Another word that can silence a person. I swallowed my feelings. Again. "I am sorry," I said, and as soon as the words left my mouth, something inside me broke a little, because deep down, I knew I had nothing to apologize for. But I did it anyway, to keep him, to keep whatever we had. That evening he came over again. Everything felt normal on the surface. We had dinner. We talked about small things, the weather, the news, nothing real. It was like we were pretending, and maybe we both knew it. At one point, I reached for his hand. He did not pull away, but he did not hold it either. It just stayed there, still, empty. That was the moment I felt it clearly. The distance, not physical, emotional, the kind you cannot fix by sitting closer. Later, when he left, I stood at the door a little longer than usual, watching him walk away. He did not turn back. He used to, every time, but not that night. And I do not know why, but that small change, it hurt more than anything else. Because sometimes it is not the big betrayals that break you. It is the small signs, the quiet shifts, the moments where love slowly stops showing up. That night, I looked around my house. It felt different. The old things were gone. The memories I had packed away for him. And now I was standing there, alone, in a space that no longer felt like mine. I sat down, and for the first time in months, I cried. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quiet tears, the kind that come when you realize something is slipping away and you do not know how to hold it, or if you ever really had it. A week passed, and something inside me refused to stay quiet anymore. It was not anger. It was not even fear. It was a slow, heavy feeling that I could not ignore. The kind that sits in your chest and whispers, "You already know the truth." I tried to go back to my routine, morning tea, a short walk, folding laundry that no one else would wear. But everything felt different, empty, in a new way. He still called, but not like before. Short conversations, no warmth, no curiosity. It felt like he was just checking a box, and I was allowing it. That realization hurt more than anything. One afternoon, I stood in front of the mirror for a long time. I looked at my face, the lines around my eyes, the soft sag in my cheeks, the tired expression I had not noticed before. And I asked myself a question I had been avoiding. Is this love, or is this loneliness? I did not have an answer. Maybe you have stood in front of a mirror like that too, searching for something you cannot quite name. That same evening, I made a decision. Not a loud one, just a quiet step toward the truth. When he called, I said, "Can we meet tomorrow? I want to talk." There was a pause. "About what?" he asked. "About us." Another pause. Then, "All right." The next day, I chose the same place where we first met. The small hall with folding chairs and weak tea. It felt right. Or maybe I wanted to remind myself of how it all started. He arrived a little late. That was new too. He walked in, looked around, and then at me. For a moment, I saw something in his eyes. Not love, not even warmth, just discomfort. We sat down, the same chairs, but everything felt different. I did not waste time. "Daniel, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with me." He leaned back slightly. "You are scaring me." "I am already scared," I said quietly. He did not respond, so I continued. "Is there someone else?" There it was, the question that had been living inside me for days, maybe longer. He looked at me, really looked this time, and for a second I hoped he would laugh, that he would say no, that he would reach for my hand and tell me I was imagining things. But he did not. He exhaled slowly and looked away. That was my answer, but I still needed to hear it. "Daniel," my voice softened, "please." Silence. Long, heavy silence. Then he said it. "Yes." Just one word. Soft, calm, but it felt like the ground disappeared beneath me. I did not cry, not yet. I just sat there, trying to understand how one word could hold so much weight. "How long?" I asked. "A while." A while. That could mean anything. Weeks, months, the entire time? My hands felt cold. "But what about us?" I whispered. He looked at me again, but this time there was no softness left. "I care about you," he said, "but it is not what you think." Those words, they felt familiar, like something he had said before, but now they sounded different, empty. "You said we found each other at the right time," I said, my voice shaking just a little. "I thought we did," he replied. Thought, past tense. Everything was in the past now. "And Lisa?" I asked. He hesitated. "She is not my cousin." Of course she was not. I almost laughed, not because it was funny, but because I had known. Deep down, I had known. "Who is she?" I asked. He looked tired. "She is someone I have been seeing longer." Longer. That word, it cut deeper than anything else. Longer than me. Longer than what I thought was real. "So, what was I?" asked. My voice was calm. Too calm. He did not answer right away, and in that silence, I understood something. I was never the main story. I was a moment, a comfort, a place he came to when it was easy. "I did not mean to hurt you," he said finally. "But you did." That is what I wanted to say, but the words stayed inside. Because at that moment, something changed. Not in him, in me. The sadness was still there, the pain too, but underneath it, something else was rising. Clarity, cold, quiet, clear. "I gave you space in my life," I said slowly. "I moved things. I trusted you." He nodded but did not speak. "And you let me believe that it meant something more." "I did not promise anything," he said. That sentence, it felt like a door closing, not loudly, just firmly. And suddenly everything made sense. The vague words, the "we should" instead of "we will," the distance, the silence. The truth had always been there. I just chose not to see it, because I was afraid of what I would lose. But now I could see it clearly, and strangely, that clarity felt stronger than the pain. I stood up. My legs felt a little weak, but I did not fall. "I think I understand now," I said. He looked up at me. "Understand what?" "That I was not wrong about loving you," I said. "I was wrong about you loving me the same way." He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. And for the first time, I did not wait for him to say something. I did not need his words anymore. I picked up my bag and I walked away. Not fast, not dramatic, just steady. Each step felt heavy, but also honest. Because sometimes the hardest thing is not finding the truth, it is accepting it. And that day, I finally did. The walk home felt longer than usual, not because the distance had changed, but because I had. Every step carried something heavy, yet strangely, something lighter too. I was not holding on to questions anymore. I had my answers. And sometimes, answers do not bring peace right away. They bring silence first, a deep, unfamiliar silence. When I opened my front door, the house greeted me the way it always had. Quiet, still. But this time it felt different. Not empty, just honest. I placed my bag on the table and stood there for a moment, looking around. This space, it used to feel like mine. Then slowly, it became something we were building together. And now, it was mine again. But not the same as before, because I was not the same. I walked into the living room and sat down. The same couch where he once fell asleep. The same place where I covered him with a blanket, thinking I was protecting something real. I let out a slow breath, and for the first time since everything ended, I allowed myself to feel it fully. The sadness, the disappointment, the quiet kind of heartbreak that does not scream, it just stays. Tears came, but they were gentle, not like before. These were not tears of confusion, they were tears of understanding. Maybe you have felt this too, when the truth hurts, but at the same time, it frees you. I stayed there for a long time. No phone, no noise, just me and my thoughts. At some point, I stood up and walked toward the small storage box in the corner, the one I had packed months ago, the one filled with pieces of my past, my late husband's tools, old photographs, small things that once meant everything. I hesitated for a moment. Then I opened it. Dust had settled on top. I slowly picked up a photo. It was old, faded at the edges, but the memory was still clear. A younger version of me, standing beside a man who knew me long before I became invisible to the world. We were smiling, not perfect, but real. I sat down again, holding that photo in my hands, and I realized something that I had forgotten during those months with Daniel. Love is not just about being seen. It is about being known, truly known. And somewhere along the way, I stopped asking for that. I accepted something smaller, because I was afraid of having nothing. That realization did not break me. It strengthened me. Because now, I could see my mistake clearly, not as something to be ashamed of, but as something to learn from. I stood up and began placing things back where they belonged, not hiding them, not removing them, just restoring. My home, my space, myself. You will never settle for less again. That was my lesson. A quiet one, but a powerful one. And it came not from being loved at 58, but from finally understanding myself.